For Zeno of Cyprus, the shipwreck in Athens around 300 BCE became the turning point that shaped his life's work and legacy. Once a wealthy merchant, he lost everything in the wreck. With few options left, he wandered into a bookshop where he became captivated by the writings about Socrates. This sparked his journey to seek out and study under Athens' renowned philosophers. As Zeno began teaching his own students, he founded the philosophy known as Stoicism, which emphasized virtue, tolerance, and self-control, principles that have inspired countless thinkers and leaders throughout history. The term Stoicism comes from the Stoa Poikile, the decorated public colonnade where Zeno and his followers gathered to discuss their ideas. In modern times, the word Stoic is commonly used to describe someone who remains calm under pressure and avoids emotional extremes. While this captures key elements of Stoicism, the original philosophy was much deeper. The Stoics believed that everything in the world functions according to a web of cause and effect, creating a rational structure they called logos, which governs the universe. While we may not always have control over the events that affect us, we do have control over how we respond to them. Rather than envisioning an ideal society, the Stoic aims to confront the world as it is, all while striving for self-improvement through 4 cardinal virtues. Practical wisdom, the ability to approach complex situations logically, calmly, and with informed judgment. Temperance, the practice of self-restraint and moderation in all areas of life. Justice, treating others fairly, even when they have wronged us. Courage, not just in extraordinary moments, but in facing everyday challenges with clarity and integrity. As Seneca, one of the most renowned Roman Stoics, famously wrote, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." However, while Stoicism emphasizes personal growth, it is not a self-centered philosophy. In an era when Roman laws regarded slaves as property, Seneca advocated for their humane treatment, emphasizing that we all share the same fundamental humanity. Stoicism also does not promote passivity. The core idea is that only those who have cultivated virtue and self-control within themselves can bring about positive change in others. One of the most famous Stoic writers was also one of Rome's greatest emperors. Throughout his 19-year reign, Stoicism gave Marcus Aurelius the strength to lead the empire through 2 major wars, all while coping with the loss of many of his children. Centuries later, Marcus's personal journals would offer guidance and comfort to Nelson Mandela during his 27 years of imprisonment as he fought for racial equality in South Africa. After his release and eventual triumph, Mandela emphasized peace and reconciliation, believing that while the injustices of the past could not be undone, his people could confront them in the present and work towards building a better, more just future. Stoicism remained an active school of philosophy for several centuries in Greece and Rome. Though it faded as a formal institution, its influence has endured. Christian theologians like Thomas Aquinas admired and integrated its emphasis on virtue, and there are notable parallels between Stoic ataraxia, a state of tranquility of mind, and the Buddhist concept of nirvana. One particularly influential Stoic philosopher was Epictetus, who wrote that suffering arises not from the events in our lives, but from our judgments about them. This idea has had a strong impact on modern psychology and the self-help movement. For instance, rational emotive behavioral therapy focuses on changing the self-defeating attitudes people develop about their life circumstances. There's also Viktor Frankl's logotherapy, which was shaped by Frankl's own experiences as a prisoner in a concentration camp. Logotherapy is grounded in the Stoic principle that we can use our willpower to infuse our lives with meaning, even in the most hopeless circumstances. Logotherapy, a therapeutic approach developed by Viktor Frankl, is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. The core Stoic principle it draws upon is the idea that we have control over how we respond to life's events, regardless of external circumstances. According to Stoicism, suffering arises not from the events themselves, but from how we perceive and react to them. Logotherapy similarly teaches that even in the darkest, most hopeless situations, we can use our willpower to find meaning and purpose. By focusing on personal responsibility and the pursuit of meaning, logotherapy empowers individuals to navigate challenges and transform adversity into growth and resilience.